Sarah Jane Perry, and she's got plenty of spirit. The racket's her one because she's spellbinding. It's Lucy Turmel. Our fourth for Warwick is an 18-year-old who represented England at junior level. For the Lions is a PhD student here at Birmingham who just won the Valencia Open. Please welcome Harry Faulkner, and he's got the patience. He's a smooth operator. Ladies and gentlemen, give me a ting. Give me a tang. Give me a walla walla bing bang. Please welcome Jan van den Herringen. At 3 for Warwick is a 22-year-old who's currently 113 in the world. Excuse me. Anything sick, please? Even show business. Get off the stage then. Where was I? Oh yeah, at number 3 for Warwick is a 22-year-old who's currently 113 in the world. His opponent is a lion through and through at 75 in the world. Please welcome Ashley Davis, and he kills it like Jack the Ripper. He's quick as lightning. He's super cool. Valber indoors, because it's the Hurricane. It's Jamie Haycock. At 2 for Warwick is a winner of 2 PSA Tour events last year, currently at 96 in the world. His opponent just reached the final of the Chicago Open, who sits at 46 in the world. Get excited for this one. Please put your hands together for Dougie Kempsell. And he's hungrier than Hannibal Lecter. He's thirstier than Dracula. He has the jawline of Robert Pattinson. It's the Golden Retriever. It's John Makin. Playing at one tonight, Warwick is a winner of the Barcelona Open and sits at 64 in the world. His opponent is an Aussie, currently at 16 in the world, with scarily good racket skills. There's one question left to ask. Trick or treat? Trick or treat? Trick? Wrong! Because you're in for both, ladies and gentlemen. You're in for an absolute thriller. Here they come, it's Ika Pagiras and Ryan Caskelly! You see the lineup, ladies and gentlemen, that's just giving me goosebumps right there. We're going to start off with number 5, Sarah Jane Perry versus Lucy Turmel on this court. Yep. And number 4 is Harry Faulkner versus Jan van den Herringen on this court. Ladies and gentlemen, really enjoy the squash. Thank you.
Good evening and welcome to Guild TV's coverage of the Premier Squash League. Tonight we've got University of Birmingham versus Kenilworth and Warwick. I'm joined here by Felix. Felix, you up for tonight? You looking forward to it?
Yeah, it's going to be good. Obviously, it's Birmingham v Warwick. It's always a tasty one. Warwick obviously have this partnership with Kenilworth. It's going to be interesting. Warwick have never played in the Squash Premier League before. This will be their first game. UOB obviously played last year. Didn't do as well as they'd like to have done, and they lost their first game last week as well, so they'll be really looking to bounce back today. And we are going to be looking at Lucy Turmel versus Sarah Jane Perry on court 2 to start with, which will be a very interesting matchup.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Obviously Birmingham, disappointing result last time out against Bristol, losing that one 3-2. Always tough to lose a close one, so I'm sure they'll be coming out here looking for a big win. Want to get started off with a win in their first match. So I think we'll be getting underway in just a moment, just warming up now. Both players looking very focused, ready for a competition.
Should just acknowledge, obviously, the full house that has turned up for this game.
We should also say if there is any kind of background noise from the crowd, it's a very busy one tonight, so that is a definite possibility.
Yeah.
Just a trick shot there from the Warwick player. Almost the kind of mind game here in the warm-up rally. You've got to get the sense that they want to sort of start psyching each other out.
It always is. It's
don't want to give too much away as well.
Yeah, it's definitely an element of that. You know, I saw a couple of the Warwick players warming up earlier by themselves.
Yeah.
You know, it's always interesting to see like how each individual player goes about warming up.
Yeah, there's a definite ritual to it, isn't there?
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
every player has that. I know personally when I play sport, there's a definite routine that I go through before I start doing anything. I think it's important to have.
Some players are very, you know, they like their rituals, don't they?
Yeah, it's almost superstitious.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
But no, Warwick looked very focused today, as did Birmingham. So once this warm-up gets done, we can get into the actual stuff, and it should be a good, entertaining night of sport.
I hope so. I think there's probably a lot of pressure on the Birmingham guys today, with it being obviously new facilities. Obviously, they are probably expected to win, seeing as Warwick played in the squash league before. No one knows how they're going to be in this league, how competitive they're going to be. But likewise for Warwick, obviously, with it being their first game, they'll really want to set a precedent for their season.
Yeah, I think it definitely will go in Warwick's favour, being an unknown quantity, you know. Never having played in the league before gives them a bit of a surprise factor as it is. But yeah, Birmingham will want to come out hot, want to get things rolling straight away, especially after last week's result.
Should
I'll
just
definitely be up to it.
yeah. Should just point out, obviously, the similarity in the kits. That the Warwick kit has got a slight white and red hint to it. Birmingham's is obviously just a red for him. So for those who are watching, that's how you can tell between the two.
Yeah, there's also I think it's a Boss sponsorship on the back of the Birmingham player's shirt, so that's a good one to go by as well. If you can make that out on the picture. A bit more movement around there from the Warwick player. I was just noticing how she hadn't really moved around. She was letting... It all just does seem like a bit of a mind game, doesn't it? She's hitting it hard from the back of the court, really trying to psych out Lucy here.
Always amazes me as an amateur squash player, just how consistently hard they hit the ball at this level. It's ridiculous. I mean, this is just a warm-up.
And how easy they take the pace off of them.
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
I mean,
Great level of skill, really, to it.
just to see the ball at the pace it's going is incredible. I always do think whenever I watch racket sports, you know, when you play with your mates, it's very slow, and then you see or not professionals, the people that do it well, do it properly, playing. It's incredible to watch. It's the same with badminton, table tennis.
I mean,
it's really impressive to watch it played properly.
It really highlights the debate, really, when we're watching this, as to why squash isn't an Olympic sport, because the level of skill that's involved. I mean, I don't really see how it hasn't been accepted yet, but hopefully in the future it will be. I mean, it's always a great watch, and that's why we've got a big crowd down here today.
Yeah, there's a huge following for it. And it is an odd one. It just doesn't seem to have that recognition that it probably does deserve as a sport. As you say, the skill it involves, the fitness that it requires. It's really an incredible sporting thing to watch, and it is strange that it doesn't get that recognition on an Olympic stage. I suppose we could also point out that the Warwick player is wearing a headband.
Yes.
In the Lucy. Sarah Jane Perry is wearing a red headband, so that's how you can pick her out on the coverage.
Slightly taller as well, definitely a broader build than Lucy.
Probably more of a power player than Lucy. Lucy seems very agile tonight, moving around the court in the warm-up, whereas Perry seems to just be happy to sit back and hit it hard, show her range of shots from a mobile position.
It will be quite an interesting contrast when the game gets going, to see how the two sort of body types, if you like, match up to each other. Whether it's going to be the power hitting or the more agile Lucy that wins.
They're just deciding serve now. Looks like we're going to be getting underway very shortly here.
That concludes the warm-up there.
Concludes the mind games, doesn't it? Gets that out of the way, it's onto the game.
We should just point out, obviously, there was a lot of excitement surrounding this fixture between Birmingham and Warwick, because we had the Australian Ryan Cuskley, world number 16. He was due to face up against the world number 5, recently won the US Open. Instead, he's had to pull out, so we've got Perez playing instead. He is the world number 64 though, and he has won the Barcelona Open, so he's obviously not going to be a mug at this level. Like,
I suppose that is the best way of describing it. No, yeah. For sure. It's unlucky for the lad to have to pull out with injury so late on. I think it was last night.
That's it, yeah.
It's that. So definitely unfortunate, and you'll want to hope that he bounces back, hope that it's not too serious of an injury. But no, it should definitely still be an excellent contest for the viewers at home.
I wonder if there was some mind games there, because Lucy left the court whilst Sarah Jane stayed on. So I wonder if that was a little bit of mind games there.
You never really can tell. It doesn't seem to have affected Lucy though. Just both players staying very focused, not losing their heads. Very important in such a high pressure situation. And we're underway. Letting him to serve there.
You can see the agileness of Lucy already around the court.
Really using it to her favour.
It's a good point
First point there to Warwick then. Again,
lovely little shot there.
Just seems happy to stand at the back of the court and allow Lucy to move around. But I'm not sure if Lucy will mind that.
And again, it's just taking the pace off the ball that's doing it for Warwick at the moment. In the very early stages here.
A great shot there from Lucy, but well returned by Warwick.
Yeah.
Kept the rally alive.
We said earlier how Sarah Jane maybe didn't have the agileness of Lucy, but it's not showing. It's not showing yet. Yeah. Lucy will be pleased to get her first point of the game.
Get it out of the way. It does definitely help the nerves when you can get the first score in.
Getting
into a rhythm.
Early foothold in the game, for sure.
Another point there for Lucy. Even Stevens here. Oh, brilliant shot there from Lucy. That. Takes the lead as well. Good comeback there. Obviously can be hard when you go 2 points down so early on, but she hasn't shown nerves. She's playing very well.
Seen the power hitting there of Sarah Jane.
Yeah.
It's just ferocious off the racket.
Great shot there.
And it was that power hitting that set up that shot there.
It is also, she's, well, she is definitely the bigger of the two. She's not slow on her feet. She has also, very, very good, very agile. But
yeah.
Very evenly matched here in the opening encounters.
I'd say the thing is that I'd point out here is her position on the court is.
Just a bit of misunderstanding here. They are going to be
replaying the point.
Yeah, just replaying the point. There's a bit of confusion there, but the Warwick player didn't feel that she could play a shot, and so they replay the point, play a let, and it's still 3-all here.
Yeah, if you look at her position, it's always very central. When we both are trying to take up that central position, that's how that let came about, because they got in each other's way.
Some fantastic rallies here in the early stages. Oh,
that's a great shot. Again, that's the second time she's played that shot. Yeah, it's really working for her at the moment.
So that she takes the lead again, 4-3. Doing well here. Very close game, though. Definitely no sort of domination. Both players very equally matched. And it shows there as Sarah Jane takes another point and it comes back to 4-all.
Trading point for point at the moment.
Point for point, exactly. Oh, fantastic shot. That's the third time now. Yeah. Just cross court to the corner.
Sarah Jane looking a little bit upset there with her performance. I mean, maybe she feels that she should be able to defend that shot better.
Yeah.
With it being the third time it's been played, but
I feel that the more that Lucy wins points with that shot, the more she's going to exploit it.
Yeah. And you would.
No reason not to. Just couldn't quite keep the ball in there, Lucy.
5-all that. It's worth pointing out, obviously you have to win by 2 clear points in each game. And that's unfortunate. Just a shot that hit the line there.
Yeah, that's 2 almost unforced errors there from Lucy, but very unlucky ones.
Again, look at the desperation of both to find that central position. Yeah. They obviously feel that's where the key to winning this game is.
Some fantastic rallies. It's really good.
Yeah.
It's always much more entertaining when 2 players are evenly matched than a walkover on one side.
And what I like is how they're both trying to move each other around the court. Yeah. You know, they're almost trying to find each other's weaknesses.
Yeah. It's a big search for supremacy. Even things up at 6-all.
Slightly louder applause every time that Lucy wins a point. Yeah. Obviously.
Yeah, definite home crowd advantage.
Yeah.
Just mistimed that shot a little bit, didn't she?
Yeah.
Couldn't manage to keep it in.
So, again, no one's able to dominate the game. You know. Every time they gain the serve, the other one comes back. She tried that shot again there, and Sarah Jane was equal to it that time.
Yeah, much better from Sarah Jane and not allowing Lucy to play that shot.
You feel like that might be a psychological blow. That shot not coming off that time. It's now 2 clear points ahead.
Still a lot of time left in this, though. Plenty of time for Lucy to come back. Sarah Jane not happy with that, but it's 7-8. Lucy serving again, still 1 point behind.
I think she feels like Lucy may be obstructing her.
Possibly. Couldn't necessarily see what she was complaining about there. But she has won the next point. 9-7 here. fantastic.
Lovely shot. That's the shot that you look for, right in the corner.
Just phenomenal. Really what you need in a clutch situation as well, when it's getting close to a game point.
Just taking the pace off there, and that's worked.
Game ball here. If Sarah Jane can win the point, she'll take the game.
Pressure on for Lucy now. She's got to win this point to stay in the game. Sarah Jane will know that. And there it goes.
Great play.
That's the game. 1-0.
That is the game. Well played there from Sarah Jane. Obviously, Lucy had the lead a few times there. Sarah Jane showing the power to come back. Obviously, we'll hope that Lucy can rectify it in the next game.
Yeah, you'll feel she'll be disappointed to lose that game because it was so even. And
it's always tough to lose an even match game like that, but she'll come back fighting and hope for better in the next one. So I guess what's important to learn from that is, maybe Lucy lent on that shot a little bit too much, the cross-court shot.
Yeah, I feel like the turning point in that game was when she played that shot and it didn't come off, because Sarah Jane was equal to it, because it was sort of like a get-out shot during that game to get a point. When it didn't come off, you have to feel that maybe she thought she's.
I think while we're waiting for the break on the other court, we're going to transfer over to court 1 now, where Jan van der Herwegen, sorry, that was a terrible pronunciation, Jan van der Herwegen is playing Harry Faulkner from Warwick and Kenilworth. Sorry, my mind went blank there.
Yes.
We're going to transfer over there now. This game's been going for a while now. Again, very evenly matched. Obviously focusing on the other game.
They both look very strong hitters of the ball.
Yeah, very similar builds.
I was watching Falconer warm up earlier, and he was definitely getting some decent pace on the squash ball.
Yeah, there's a definite physicality to both in the game. I've just been told now that we are going to head back to court 2 to watch the second game of Lucy Turmel and Sarah Jane Perry. I think they're just starting now at Lovell. So we should be able to resume now quickly. Sarah Jane serving. Lucy obviously looking for a way back into this game. And hopefully she can manage it.
The power on that shot then was incredible. Again.
Yeah, there's a definite amount of intent.
She's almost like playing cat and mouse here with the power shot and then the shot to take the pace off the ball.
Yeah.
And again, it's another example
Not the
of
best
it there.
starts for Lucy there.
No.
That's 2 love.
It's another foothold in the game there, though.
Yeah, just an unforced error there from Perry, and Lucy's allowed back into the game. Hopefully she can win this point, even things up, and then go on from there.
I feel like that might have been a missed opportunity there.
She really does need to use the front of the court more. I feel like that is where Perry's weakness
Just
is
that
lie.
shot when she was when Sarah Jane was at the back of the court and she was at the front.
You get the feeling that she needs to move her around. She can't let Perry play her game.
No.
Obviously Perry wants to stand at the back of the court and just hit the ball hard.
It's definitely dominance in this game now.
Yeah, you can feel that Perry's up for this one. A good shot there from Lucy though.
Perry
Very
is equal to it though.
Yeah.
You got to admit, we were saying, you know, she didn't look like. I believe it's 4-2 here to Sarah Jane.
I think
she wasn't happy again on that last point. And you feel like that might be the only thing that will derail her in this game is the sort of, I wouldn't say ill-discipline, but the petulance towards the...
she's definitely letting the umpires know that she's there, isn't she?
Yeah. But then
her opinions known.
If she can use it to her advantage, then...
Yeah, definitely.
So
brilliant shot there.
Shot there.
It is. I think it's 5-1.
It's 5-1. I do apologise.
No, they replayed the point there. I think that was what Sarah Jane was talking about. I don't think Lucy was happy with the call of let. Sarah Jane, obviously.
It's now 6-1, and you feel that Lucy will have to do something special to pull this game around here.
She needs to find a way back into it. That's another let. Still 6-1. Sarah Jane Perry. Not happy with the decisions that are being made. Get the feeling that she maybe should be showing a little bit more respect to the umpires.
It's making it a little bit. The audience isn't. It's not too happy.
Another let played there. Still 6-1. Turmel really needs a point here. 7-1. Not the ideal situation for Lucy Turmel.
Where do you feel she's going wrong in this game, Ben?
I really do think she just needs to move Sarah Jane around the court a bit more. If you look at the way Sarah Jane is playing, she's trying to just sort of put it to the front, put it to the back, make Lucy move, and it's working very well.
Yeah, the problem is though, is Sarah Jane keeps producing these incredible shots out of nowhere. You know,
that's another phenomenal shot.
It's pace on the ball, and then it's pace off the ball when you're least expecting it. That's the key at the moment.
Lucy definitely giving herself a mountain to climb in this one. There's still time, obviously. You know, she could win it 3-2. Let played there.
Really not,
again,
really
giving
not
some
happy
back
with
to the umpires.
Really not happy with the lets.
Not happy at all.
Oh.
Lucy just trying to move her around, but she can't manage it. This is game ball. Lucy getting a point back there, but it's still game ball.
I mean, if she pulled this off,
it would be Istanbul levels of comeback if she managed this.
I'd say on the scale of Reading Arsenal League Cup.
It really would. What a game that was. But hey, this is squash.
It is squash.
We'll focus on the game. Oh, fantastic.
Great shot there. Great win. Great performance. The only thing that's letting her down at the moment is the attitude towards the umpire. But when she's producing performances like this,
it's fair enough. I mean, it's just a shame because she is playing so well, and that kind of petulance towards the officiating staff, it's always a shame to see. But a phenomenal performance, wins the game 11-2. If she can go on to win the next one, that'll be.
She needs to win the next one. Lucy Turmel.
Yes, she does.
Because obviously that would give Warwick the first first match in this best of 5 format.
Obviously, this is Warwick's first time in the competition, but still very experienced players on the court.
Yeah,
Sarah Jane just showing off the class of the Warwick team, for sure.
The thing is, that's kind of the issue when you're playing a new team, is you don't know the quality you're going to be coming up against. And at the moment, they are showing their quality. Warwick, they obviously 2-0 up in sets here, in games here, and it wasn't just. It's not just the fact it's 2-0. The manner of the way she won that last game, dominating the court. What you say, front and back. She was dictating where the ball was going to go. All Lucy could do was try and return. And Sarah Jane was just picking her shots very, very well.
Yeah, for sure. Again, she's out on the court first. I don't know if it's mind games or what it is. But whatever it is, it's working. So
It is.
at the moment, Sarah Jane Perry in a very strong position for Warwick. And you've just got to hope that Lucy Turmel can pull it back. Obviously, 2-0 is a dangerous lead in all sports. If Lucy can make it 2-1, anything can happen.
A little bit of doubt will creep in.
Definitely.
But at the moment, she looks anything but doubtful, Sarah Jane. She looks confident. She's going to be serving for this third game.
You get the feeling that Lucy really needs sort of 3 or 4 points in a row just to boost the confidence. Because there is a definite air of confidence.
There's the first one.
Yeah, for sure. Just needs a few more unforced errors like that. Give her the chance to show the class that she clearly has. She showed in the first game for sure.
Oh,
Just didn't quite reach that one, did she?
again, that's an example again of the nice, cute little shots that Sarah Jane just pulls off every now and then to counter the power that she puts into her.
Yeah, well, she definitely has so much power, as she keeps showing. But it's the ability to take that pace off of the ball so easily. That's what's beating Lucy at the moment. I mean, obviously, Lucy, very agile, moving around the court well, but...
I feel like...
Oh, great play there from Lucy.
And that shot's the one that's working for her.
Yeah, she needs to get that one working more often. She's definitely got a way back into this, but... So Lucy leads 2-1. Serving high there. 2-2. Yeah, Lucy obstructing Sarah Jane there.
I feel like Sarah Jane's complaints to the umpire in the last game might have affected the awarding of that point.
Yeah, definitely.
But then he's just evened it out there with a point awarded to Lucy that time.
But even then, you can see the look on Sarah Jane's face when the decision goes against her. Still giving it all back to the umpires. Great shot from Lucy.
Not verbally this time though, which is...
She's definitely working the court a lot better this game.
And that's what I was going to say too.
Unlucky there.
That's what I was going to say too is, you know, Lucy really needs to start. She needs to be the one switching the side of the court rather than...
Great play
shot
there from Lucy. She leads 4-3, I believe.
Yeah, 4-3.
Very, very close game.
Confirmation from the umpire there, 4-3.
Yeah. Obviously,
She
the first
needs
game
this
was very close. Sort of, they went point for point until Perry took it at the end.
Yeah.
Perry came out and dominated in the second game. You get the feeling that Lucy has something to prove here.
So like you say,
Oh, she's unlucky there.
consecutive points would be really, really helpful here for Lucy.
Lucy wrong-footed there by the spin on the ball. 4-all. A much tenser game.
It is.
Oh, fantastic play.
You feel like Sarah Jane, you know, she's looking angry every time a point
She's
goes
getting
against.
frustrated. That's definitely what Lucy has to aim to do, though. Frustrate her opponent.
Yeah.
Work the court, frustrate her.
Because once the frustration keeps in, it's going to be hard to think tactically about the game. But no sign of that frustration overtaking her game just yet.
I think a big difference in the two's game is the unforced errors that Lucy gave away.
Yeah.
And, particularly in the second game. Sarah Jane doesn't seem to be giving as many of them away.
It's just making. It's just that shot there, just then, when she was the one who decided to switch the play, and that's what she has. That's what happens.
Go to the corners, work the court, switch the play, dictate terms. She's definitely still in this.
Yeah.
I don't think the last game reflected the equality and the evenness between these two players. Both very talented. Just the stop in play here is Sarah Jane Pellery does her hair. Obviously got the bun and the bandana in there, just to make doubly sure.
Bit of time to regain her composure.
Again, could be mind games, could be genuine. You never do really know.
Oh.
Sarah Jane again giving it back to the umpires.
Some serious
replay point.
Disappointment at losing that point there.
You feel like if Lucy wins here already, oh, curse of the commentator.
That's 6-all there. You feel like if Lucy was smart, she could, you know, I'm not saying like play to obstruct the opponent, but just frustrate her.
I feel like Lucy really has to take advantage of the times when Sarah Jane feels the officiators have gone against her.
Yeah, exactly.
Has to take advantage of that, frustrate her make mistakes, because that's what she's not doing at the moment. Lucy's making mistakes. As she does again there. And that's 2 unforced errors in a row now.
Yeah.
That have led her to come from a point up to a point down.
Not happy there. Not happy.
It's the looks and the shaking of the head. I mean, it's not like she's lost the point. They'll replay it. She gets another chance. And I also think she knows exactly what she's doing, both in stepping across and looking at the officials in that way.
Especially on that point, you feel like it was a test to see whether she could get away with what she feels that Lucy's been getting away with.
Oh, that's
a lovely shot. It's a lovely shot. And that's the quality there.
It's just the lack of error in Sarah Jane's game. She's doing a fantastic job at the moment. Lucy doesn't seem to have an answer to it.
No. And it's just at the end of the game again, similar to the first one, she's taken the control. And again, it's the power. It's the power when she switches the court like that that's killing Lucy.
Another lost point, another unforced error as well.
See that?
I mean, just look at the way that Perry's dictating the play at the moment.
Yeah.
Just coming back to a central position, dictating play.
Well, Lucy's fighting to get in that central area, but because of the power, she's not always able to be there.
just taking control here.
Great rally this, though. Lucy's showing some fight.
Yeah, she's definitely not giving up on this one.
Yeah, that's well deserved, that.
A great rally and a great win at the end of it.
In that rally, Sarah Jane was threatening to sort of dictate. Lucy kept fighting, kept returning. Eventually, she got the dominance in that rally and won the point. There you go. You have to say that's fair play.
Definitely deserved there by Sarah Jane Perry. Excellent performance. Yeah. Just a bit of a temper towards the officials, but maybe that's just part of the game plan. Exactly, she won't mind at all. She's won it. So that is that's 1-0 to Loughborough. I apologise, to Warwick.
1-0 to Warwick, yeah.
Suppose that's a momentous occasion. First game in the league, first win.
Yeah, big moment for Warwick.
Definitely.
And their supporters who are here, they greeted that win with a good round of applause.
Yeah.
But obviously, it's just the one match so far. It's still 4 to play.
A lot of time left in this game for sure. Just got to hope that the rest of the players on the team can pick up some points and come back into this.
Yeah, I mean, it's disappointing for Birmingham. They obviously, like we said earlier, lost last week to Bristol. Losing the first game here is not ideal, especially against a new team. They maybe would have seen this as an opportunity. The opportunity's still there at the moment, with it being only the one game that they've lost so far. And we'll have to hope that on the other court at the moment, Van der Herrewegen can pull something out.
Yeah,
out
for
Birmingham.
In the bag. I do hope our pronunciation of that name is right. I think it is the most frustrating thing when commentators don't know the names.
I mean, if our viewers don't mind, we might just call him VDH.
Yeah, maybe we should.
Yeah. We've acknowledged his full name. It's just at the moment, warming up on court 2, we've got Jamie Haycock for University of Birmingham, and he'll be playing Ashley Davis. So, I mean, like we say, VDH on the other court, currently playing, trying to get the match for Birmingham. But on court 2, Jamie Haycock is going to be next up to try and win his match for Birmingham. And it's probably, you know, regardless of what Van der Herrewegen does on court 1, Haycock will want to win.
Yeah, for sure.
He won his match last week against Bristol.
Yeah, I did see that. So that's a mentality boost, you know, one game played the season, one win.
Because it's easy to forget that although squash is, they play in a team, obviously it's individual games, so it's important what the individual themselves, what their form is like. And obviously winning last week, even though it was in a losing cause for Birmingham, you have to hope that will transfer into this game.
For sure. Well, I think that's the point to make, is that, you know, whilst the team lost, he did win. So whilst, you know, the rest of the players that might have lost last week could be feeling hard done by, he has got that mentality boost of, you know, whilst the team didn't win, I performed well, so there's no reason why I shouldn't come out and perform well again.
I mean, you have to say, I mean, although she had quality, when warming up, Lucy didn't look as confident as Jamie Haycock looks right now. That's what I'd say. There
were a few fumbles of the ball, sort of when, just little things, little jitters.
Yeah.
Nothing major. Her overall game was good, but you see those little nervous jitters and you look at the errors she made in the game, a lot of unforced things.
I think, especially after losing the first game, she walked onto court 2 and it was almost noticeable, like, sort of the nerves for playing the second game. And she was much better in the third game.
Yeah.
It has to be said, and she was unlucky in many ways not to win that game. But definitely, I think that the second game sort of killed her a little bit. Or the first game killed her for the second game, if you get my flow there.
Yeah, I mean, she never scored better than the first game, 11-8 to Warwick in that game, and she just never could better that first performance. You could say unlucky, you could say she came up against a very class opponent, and you could comment on the errors that she made, but I think that just happens some days, doesn't it, really?
Haycock looks relaxed.
Yeah.
You know, and I know it's just a warm-up, but he is getting that centre of the court.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
he's also going through a massive range of shots. He's already played one behind his back.
Yeah.
A bit of showboating for the crowd, getting behind him.
Yeah, and it would be important to get the crowd up for the match.
I feel like when you play at home, you really need to get the crowd behind you.
Yeah. I mean, squash isn't obviously renowned for its crowd involvement, but I mean, you know, it would be nice to have a little bit more atmosphere for the home team here.
I think it definitely does help mentality just to know that you've got people behind you supporting you, that you're, pleasing the people that come to watch you. It helps out, I think.
Just a score update from Court 1. I know we're obviously not filming that at the moment, but the score update from Court 1 is that Van der Herrewegen did win the second game, so it's currently 1-1 in games there. So Birmingham are on the board in terms of games. You have to hope that he'll go on and win that match.
Yeah. No, it's a good comeback. He obviously lost the first game in that one, but he's come back to win the second. Very even things going on over there. I do love your pronunciation of that name, the confidence you go at it with.
It could be completely wrong. Like, it could be. But, we'll
hope that it's right. I think it sounds right, so we'll go with that. Should be getting underway here soon. Just coming to an end. But yeah, if Herrewegen can pull off a result on the other court and then Haycock can pull off another result in here, suddenly it's 2-1 to Birmingham.
Yeah, and like you say, he is going for a range of shots. Maybe I hope he's here to entertain today. Obviously, he's here to win first and foremost, but, it'll be good to have some entertainment at the same time.
Yeah, I definitely feel that some of the shots that Haycock's are playing is trying to tempt Davies into matching him. Definite mind games. Believe the serve has gone in favour of Birmingham. They've just left the court. They'll come back out in a moment or two and we'll get the game underway. Or the match underway, I do apologise. I suppose it is a game as well. First game of the match. Yeah. From what I can tell, good things there from Haycock's. Everything seems to be going in his favour, what with the win last week.
Yeah.
And the way he warmed up just then, sort of, he looks relaxed, looks comfortable. That round of applause just for Van der Herrewegen winning another point in his game. I'm not sure of what the score is. I believe it's 5-2. So ahead again in that game. Good stuff from Birmingham, really.
Yeah.
If Haycock can come out and put in a performance like he did last time out.
Yeah. We've got Ashley Davis has come out onto the court before Jamie Haycock's.
Yeah, it seems to be a theme for the Warwick players, just to come out, sort of get out before anyone else is on court.
I wonder if that's something that the coach has instilled in them. You get out first. It's almost like anchoring your position in the court.
Even when we were here setting up for today, the Warwick and Kenilworth players were out here practicing, getting ready, sort of going through their shots, working the wall, working the court.
And we're underway.
Definitely very good discipline.
They both look like they're going to be strong hitters of the ball. Yeah. Both broad-shouldered, but they've also, they look athletic as well. And it looks like a good match up here.
I have to say the kick clash that is currently going on in this fixture is, you wouldn't get it in any other sport, would you? But I suppose that's true in tennis. Yeah. I suppose it is because it's an individual sport.
Yes.
But in tennis, you definitely don't get that thing of both players mixing together in the court at the same time.
I was going to say the good thing about tennis is you do tend to have a net in the way.
And some grass.
Yeah.
Or clay.
Yeah.
Good rally to get started off here, still going. You get the
A
feeling
nice,
that
good early rally. You feel like the
maybe they're
first...
just holding back a little bit, trying to get a
Yeah,
feel for their
yeah.
opponent. Just trying to test him out, see where he likes the
He's
ball.
got a
see where he
very,
doesn't.
very sharp backhand. You can tell that already. Haycock's.
Playing a let here, so the first point will continue. Haycock's just bumping into the back of Davies there.
Yeah.
Just get some fluff off the court there, make sure it's nice and clean. Get back underway for the first point.
Good shot.
Very good shot.
Good shot by Ashley Davis there, and he gets the first point. Again, it's a Warwick setting the precedent. It's 1-1 there in our
point to
game.
Haycock's there. Sorry, that applause is for the other game happening
Yes.
on court 1. We'll get a score update for you when and if we have one. But 1-1 here, as we just said.
Another
Good
great
one,
shot
good
into the
placement.
corner from Ashley Davis, and that's his go-to shot. It's always interesting to see the go-to shot that an individual squash player likes to use when they.
For sure.
Two.
Just an unforced error there, hitting it too low.
Just below the line there. I'd say both players look a little more relaxed than the two we saw in the last game.
Yeah.
Just playing a let there.
Just replay the point. Two players bumping into each other, no intent there.
No complaints about that let there.
A lot less aggression towards the officials in this match.
Yeah, well, still plenty of time. It's just a disappointing shot there from Haycock's.
Yeah, you feel like he had too much time to think about it.
Yeah. I mean, it was a nice idea, but just didn't quite have the execution that time. That's a lovely
class shot
It just
there from
forced
Haycock.
him into the corner, and he didn't have anywhere to go.
You do get the feeling that Haycock's might have another gear to go in here. He doesn't seem to be working as hard as Davies in the opening exchanges.
Yeah.
Obviously, you never can really tell until it's all too late.
Maybe both players.
Yeah.
They're both asking more questions now. They're both asking more questions now.
Fantastic play from Haycock's there as he runs into the lead, 4-3. But just a lovely shot from Davies to respond to make it 4-all. Really good stuff. Great watching.
And he did what Haycock did earlier, forced him into the corner and didn't have anywhere to go. fantastic
work
shot
from
there.
Haycock
That's unplayable.
There's no way you could get to that ball.
Oh,
I believe the umpires have called a let. Yeah, still 5-4 here in Jamie Haycock's favour. Despite Davies' elaborate dive to the floor.
well played there from Haycock's.
Very good play.
And he's got a 2-point lead, something that Lucy was never able to attain in the previous game. Previous match, sorry.
Another point now, that's 3 in a row now.
Looks like he's continuing his good form from last week at the moment.
Well, he's just sort of doing exactly what I thought he might. He's just kicking it up into another gear now, playing shots that are unplayable, and then also being helped out by the errors that Davies is making. But you know, to be fair to Davies, he hasn't made that many. I think it's been 1 or 2.
The dominance of the centre of the court is definitely Haycock's at the moment.
A great bit of play there from Davies. Haycock just couldn't quite reach it.
What Davies did there was he got the front of the court, which meant that although Haycock was in the centre, he was able to dictate play from further up the court.
Yeah. Just working the wall here, both players. Haycock gets it straight back there as Davies tries to escape. Point there for Davies, making it 6-7. Haycock still in the lead, but Ashley Davies definitely not letting himself be played out of this one.
Yeah, he's fought back well.
Yeah, he's definitely answered Haycock's gear change very well with his gear change of his own. Definitely kicked it up a notch here. Another great shot.
Oh,
just. I'm actually not sure who's won that point.
7-all.
7-all.
So
Davies another point. Great play from him. Haycock's playing some good shots, but Davies equal.
That was you know, a very good point to win there by Davies, because Haycock's shot looked like it was a winner.
We've gone a bit quiet here. This is a fantastic rally to watch.
I think the interesting thing is both are very equal to the change in power that the other puts on their shots.
That's 4 points in a row now for Davies. A great comeback from the Warwick player as he makes it 8-7. Serving again now.
Maybe Haycock's just got a little bit complacent in this game.
Yeah.
Again, and another unforced. No, that's a winner. Yeah, an unforced error from Haycock's.
9-7 to Davies. You just don't want to see Haycocks lose the first game and then have another washout in the second one. You get the feeling he deserves this. A great shot there from Haycocks. That is how you answer back.
No. And he was the one that got to the front of the court there. Maybe that's where this match is going to be won or lost.
Yeah.
It's not about the centre, it's about who's at the front.
I think both players working the court much better in this game. That'll be let. Haycock's to serve again.
It's a shame because it was a good shot.
Yeah, it was. Just stepped into Davies' way. Can't do that and get away with it.
Oh, sorry. Just disappointing there.
Comes down to this, yeah, game point for Davies. Haycocks wants this one, he's going to have to come back and win it by 2 clear points, so it's definitely a tough fight back here.
But we've seen that from Davis already in this game.
I mean, Haycocks herself has already won a game 4-0. Not happy with the decision, but they're going to play a let. Still game ball. Still.
Oh no!
They've given the point in favour of Haycocks. I do apologise there. So it is 9-10. Haycocks has the ball.
And that's where the frustration there came from Davis. Again, more petulance towards the officials. But
yeah, I feel like he felt a bit hard done by because he has moved out of the way of the ball, but of course,
you feel that one was justified there.
Moved directly into the path of Haycocks. Doesn't necessarily know that he's there, but
switch of play there from Haycocks. The left side is being manipulated at the moment.
Definitely feeling hard done by there, as he feels that was very similar to the point the Haycocks just won. It remains 9-10.
Let's there.
But yeah, they're just going to replay the point.
Great shot there from Haycocks, and he has worked his way back into the game. We're now looking for 2 clear points.
Yeah, 10-all. Like I said, it wouldn't be unprecedented for Haycocks to win 4 in a row. He's already done it once in this game.
Yeah.
Great use of the court there from Davies.
Yeah. It's just tactically when the player decides to switch the side of the court.
It's almost a game of chicken, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
Both players just waiting for the other man to switch it. Expose themselves almost. $11-10 there.
Yeah, I think the
Haycock's not getting the.
Official felt that he maybe owed one to Davis there.
Yeah, I feel like Haycocks has got away with it.
Yeah.
A few times now with lets and points going his way. Bit of justice there for Davies, I suppose. Again, stepping into each other. Playing a let this time.
It's coming. I mean, at the end of the game, that's when the points matter the most, and that's when you're most likely to get in the way of your opponent.
Yeah. There's obviously a psychological aspect to it as well.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can win points by doing it, that's going to frustrate the opposition.
Yeah.
Oh, great play there from Davies. Wins the game
Fantastic
with a phenomenal shot. Just
Fantastic
fake going
shot.
one way and goes the other. Haycock's hard done by in that game. Definitely didn't lie down and take it, but he's going to have a tough fight back in the next one.
we're just looking for some confirmation as to what happened in the game between Van der Herrewegen and Harry Falconer, because
Yeah, the scoreboard doesn't seem to have updated for us here. We weren't paying attention. We were watching the other game. But when we do get that confirmation, we will bring you news on it. What do you think the key moments in that game were, really? Just the way that Davies fought back from obviously a big 3-point deficit?
Yeah, because at the 3-point deficit, you felt that it was Haycock's to lose. But Davies worked his way back into the game. And, you know, taking 4 points in a row and then and then moving into the lead. You feel like Haycock's maybe lost an opportunity there. Once it was 8-7 to Davis.
He never really looked like losing after that point, did he? I mean, obviously Haycock's had that fight back with winning 2 points.
A couple of points, but then one of them was a favourable decision by the umpire. So you have to say that it was really at the moment where Davis won 4 points in a row.
Yeah, I think both players obviously having a bit of luck with decisions from the officials.
Yeah.
Haycock's, you know, getting the decision one time, not getting it the next, but very evenly matched. And I think we're in for a good one with this one. Davies just coming back out onto the court. Again, he's the first man out. Haycock quickly follows this time, not letting his mind get played with. What do you think Haycock has got to do if he wants to improve in this round?
I think the way he started the last game was excellent, and like you say, you know, getting a feel for Davis and then moving moving up the gears, and then unfortunately he just seemed to take his foot
fall
off
off
the
a little
pedal.
bit, didn't he? Yeah, he became a bit complacent at I think it was 7-4. He was up 3 points. Obviously let Davies back into the game. A few unforced errors. Davies with a few good shots, and that's all it takes, really.
But that's a great shot there to open the game.
Great start, obviously off of Davies' serve. 1 up. Haycock's serve, sorry.
Because they're so evenly matched and so good at
that's
reading.
Another great shot from Haycock.
Because they're so evenly matched and because they're so good at reading what the other is going to do, you feel like it's the little bits of skill that's going to win the points. Yeah. And we've seen that twice already in this game from Haycock, and there's one from Davis. What was that one from Davis?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wins the point with a great smash shot into the corner. Unplayable, that one, no matter where you're standing.
So then it becomes about not giving your opponent the opportunity to play that shot. Which is why they spend so much time on one side of the court, and then the switch of play comes.
Good return there. Both players having a word with the umpire there, laying it known. They didn't necessarily agree with the decision.
The umpire on this court must feel like he can't please anyone at the moment.
Yeah, I know. I feel like a let was the fairest thing to play there.
Yeah.
2-2 now. Haycock's making an unforced error. Just hitting it a bit too low.
Again, he had the 2-point advantage, and he's let Davis. Well, hasn't let. I mean, the first shot was brilliant, but the unforced error, and now he's back on level terms.
Just get the feeling that Haycock needs to stop letting Davies back into the game.
Yeah.
With these unforced errors. Looked a very good shot from Davies.
It's a great bit of play there from both.
Great play from both players, yeah. Not letting themselves get played out of it by the other one. Again, that's going to affect your mentality when you play a fantastic shot like that.
And that's a great shot.
And you still lose the rally.
Well, that's disappointing from a Birmingham perspective there.
Yeah, a good start from Haycock's, but can't push home the advantage that he seems to be creating for himself.
Davis shown his quality when he needs it. That's the thing. And that Haycock's just returning the skill level. Just cranking it up a notch again. Another really good shot.
Needs to win some points in a row, needs to get an advantage and needs to push it home, is all I would say to Haycock, because he's clearly got the skill.
Yeah. You feel like this is a must-win match for Birmingham.
Yeah.
I know they've lost the first game, but Haycock is clearly able to compete with Davis, and therefore he has to be able to convert it into a victory.
Just a little lob shot there from Davies. Takes all of the pace out of the game, but immediately they're back to it.
And then a
Left
switch of
hand
court
side,
from Davis.
Yeah.
The little cute shots into the corner.
Probably is also worth commenting on the fact that both players, obviously, Davies left-handed, Haycock's right-handed. They're obviously both going to want it on a different side, which is why I think we are seeing a much, I suppose, wider game played on both sides of the court.
Yeah, but Haycock's backhand is really sharp. Generates a lot of power very quickly on that backhand.
Yeah, both players sharp on both sides, to be fair, and that's why we're seeing this back and forth with 4-all. Haycock's coming back into it. Just going point for point, blow for blow in this game.
And that's why we're seeing so many lets as well, because of the right and left hand.
Great return there.
It's that backhand is really, really good from Haycock.
Oh, unlucky there from Haycock.
Just
Thought he had more time than he did.
Yeah.
Just a bit of confusion on the court there. 5-all.
5-all then.
Haycock is awarded the point. Davies wasn't happy. Felt that he was impeded.
Davis felt the ball hit Haycock.
I'm not sure I could say that I saw that myself, but
No.
obviously in a very fast-paced game, these things do happen. Bit of slipperiness on the pitch there. I think they're just going to come off and wipe it down with a towel. That was why Davies slipped there.
Yeah. And a nice little bit of sportsmanship there from Haycock.
Yeah.
Pulling him up. A little bit of a smile between the two. I mean, squash is very competitive. It's very hot in that court. It must be must be noted. It does get very hot in there. So it's nice to see that.
Just warming back up again now. Get the rally going. Get back into the mentality of the game. Haycock's to serve. Now up 6-5. Let's hope he can push this advantage home.
Oh, that's a good shot.
Great play there.
Good
from
shot.
Haycock. Just so low. What he's been trying to do is play it low
Yeah,
there.
you feel like that's his game plan, and that time it's come off.
He has got unlucky a few times, obviously, with it being out. But here, working very well for him.
Another attempt there, but Davis was
equal to it. Yeah. So that's 6-7 there still to Haycock's. Davies 6 points, Haycock's with 7. That's out by Davies. Not happy with the way the court has been built. Obviously, we're very proud of our new gym here at Birmingham. But that's 8-6 to Haycock's.
Not happy with the new facilities here. I think UOB must take note.
You get the feeling that maybe Davies is frustrated with himself there and he's taking it out on the facilities. I'm not sure which wall he was talking about there. It's a pretty standard squash court. But yeah, Haycock's with the advantage here at 8-6. Both players just jostling for position in the middle of the court there. Haycock's couldn't quite pull off what he was
Disappointing
trying.
there.
Thought he had more time than he did again.
You feel like that was his chance there.
Do you know what? I think that was the fault of the stupid wall, though, to be fair.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
we've got to take into account the stupid wall.
Yeah, we have to have a word with UOB Sport.
Yeah, spend a bit more money next time.
Yeah,
Goodness sake.
maybe spend a bit longer on opening the building. That's 8-all. Haycock's like slip a 2-point advantage again. I mean, it is the nature of squash for that to happen, but yeah. It's given the point there to Haycock's. Davis a little bit annoyed about that.
Giving a look, but not complaining. I feel like he knew that he could have got around Haycock's there. 9-8. Haycock's in a strong position late on in the game now, but he does have
more
to
points
win.
needed.
Needs 2 in a row. Doesn't ideally want Davies to get to 10 points. Obviously, makes it harder for himself.
Yeah, yeah. That was
Good shots to the back of the court there.
powerful, and that's a great shot there.
Great shot.
And he
Fantastic
dictated
shot.
that point
Yeah.
all the way through that rally.
So that brings us up to game ball, I believe.
Yeah, and this is good to see in a strong position and making the most of it.
Not sure what just happened there. I think maybe Davies wasn't ready. Haycock's to serve again.
So this is game ball. Oh, good recovery there from Davis.
Yeah. Point there goes to Davies. Haycock's just getting in the way, getting in his own way, and to his own downfall, really.
Yeah. And the crowd has gone very quiet. It's very tense.
Very
It's 10-9.
Obviously,
Game ball for Haycock's.
Haycock's 1 point away, but if Davies can win this one, he's 2 points away. It's
Yeah.
definitely very tense.
Psychological effect of Davis if he wins this point as well.
Big time. Playing a let there. Tension keeps rising. The anticipation in this hall. You could cut the tension with a knife. Davies to serve again. Still game ball. And that is the game. Davies with an unforced error. Obviously the pressure.
Very rare. That's a good win there for Haycock's. He needed that. He's back in the game. It's 1-1. Like I say, this is the match that Birmingham will be targeting.
Yeah, no, it was a good performance there from Haycock's. Didn't give up the advantage that he had. Obviously, Davies, great player.
Yeah.
He wasn't a rollover.
Yeah, no. I mean, this is, it's 1-1. It's even. It'll be interesting to see how this third game goes.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like maybe Haycock's has an advantage now, obviously with the most recent win going in his favour, but it's so even. You're going for point. I think there's only a difference of about.
Yeah, and you have to remember the walls are on his side at the moment.
But you never can tell. They've got the towels out just to make sure they don't have any more slippages. Just make sure the court's nice and dry. Back out shortly. Obviously, with Haycock's winning a game, it means they have to play a game more. Obviously, a bit more pressure. Have to test your stamina a bit more going into it.
Yeah.
A bit more of a challenge for both players, really. But it does make for good viewing for us. Round of applause there for Birmingham winning a point. Not sure what the score is. It's a very strange one here. The scoreboard isn't updating properly. We will try and give you an update when we do have them. We'll have to find someone in the know. It's just very difficult when there's 2 games going on at the same time to focus on both.
Yeah, I mean, we're still waiting for confirmation on the Van der Herrewegen game. But for now, we'll take our focus back to Haycock v Davis.
Straight back into it there. Haycock's again trying to play it low, but not quite managing it.
Well, that's the risk, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, it's a risky game. There's always a chance of hitting the bottom line, and that's what he's done there.
Yeah, he's done it a few times now, but obviously he's won just as many points as he's lost, so...
Yeah. Yeah, and it is a winning shot if you get it right.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Good recovery there. Davies obviously forcing Haycock into the front corner, but he's not letting himself be bullied for sure. Great play there by Davies though. Just had position in court, could do whatever he wanted with that ball, and he does, wins the point. 2-love now to Davies. Haycock's can't let this game get away from him.
The passion is showing, you know, across all the games. You know, there's clear passion, both.
Haycock's not happy with that decision, but they're going to play a let. Still 2-love. Haycock felt that he couldn't possibly reach the ball there and that he was impeded, but I think it's fair in a situation like that where Davies isn't looking to play the let.
I feel like a let is, you know, normally a good decision.
I believe the point there has gone to Davies. Brilliant shot from Haycock's there, but Davies again is equal to it. He's not, however, equal to that one. Yeah. Brilliant play from Haycock's again, doing the same thing where he's playing it low into the corner.
Yeah, and that's got him a foothold in this game, which you feel is very important for him to win.
Two all there. I do apologise. It was a let that was played. Davies didn't win the the third point, so it is 2-2. Even Stevens here, playing another let. It is difficult with the noise in the room to hear what the umpire is saying at times. So I do apologise to our viewers. But it's 2-2. Haycock's getting himself straight back into this game.
You feel like this game's gone up a little bit of a notch with the power in the shots.
Brilliant shot
That's
from
an
Davies.
example of it's unplayable. Well, we've said that before. Some of Davis's power shots are unplayable. The way he's
just plays it low with force and it bounces straight down.
Haycock switching the court there, and again, he's really trying to dictate this point. But Davis is equal to it so far.
Not happy with that decision. He's opened the door.
He's disappointed there with the decision. He felt that the ball would bounce 3 times, and so it didn't matter whether Haycock was able to play it or not.
Davies just.
But I mean, this is the passion of Birmingham v Warwick. In any sport, it's always tasty, and it's coming out in the squash court at the moment. It'll be interesting to see Davis's.
Haycock's again not quite managing. The players exchange a laugh there as the ball bounces around the court.
4-3 there to Davis.
Takes the lead again.
That's 4-all. Oh, and
Unlucky from
again,
Haycock
it's just a
again.
low shot that's
Obviously,
not come off.
He wants to get it right. He knows he can play that shot.
Yeah.
But he's played it
And it's a good
3
tactic.
times in this game and it hasn't come off. You got to think that maybe he needs to.
It's a good tactic when it works. It's a bad tactic when it doesn't. That's the same for any sporting.
Some nice Michael Owen analysis there.
Yeah.
Davis getting more and more frustrated with the officials here.
Oh,
You
I
maybe
was
feel that
gonna say,
Haycock
I
has
was-
noticed something in Davis's game, trying to exploit that.
I was going to say, it was going to be interesting to see how Davis reacted to the next decision. And that was quite a good reaction, considering how hard done by he felt with the last one.
Just every time he's looking straight to the referee with a face of
Yeah. Oh, it's a
almost
good
heartbreak.
shot. It's another very even game. They really are well matched, these two.
For sure.
And oh, you feel like both players are getting frustrated with the amount of lets that this umpire's giving,
Yeah.
but I do feel like it is fair most of the time.
I think it is just the fact of, right-hander, left-hander.
Yeah.
Both players think they're moving out of the way to help the other player get their shot out. Haycock's unlucky there. Does play a good return, but can't get out of the way on the ball in the end. So that is a point to Davies, making it 6-5.
Yeah, Haycock knew there that was a good shot, and he was unlucky.
Yeah, he just couldn't quite get to it.
It's crucial for Birmingham that Haycock get something out of this game.
It really is. Davies opening up a 2-point gap here, unfortunately, for Haycock's. But it's not the first time that Davies has been 2 points ahead, and Haycock's has come back. This would be the time to get a lead, though, you have to think. As there's not that many points left in the game.
And he's got the point back there.
Very important point. I mean, if you can take 2 more, take a lead,
Yeah.
it's going to affect the mentality of Davies.
The key thing in this match has been every time a player has won a significant amount of points consecutively, they've taken advantage of that, and again, Haycock's there has won the point. He's now won 2 in a row. Like you say, if he makes it 3 in a row here, that'll be significantly a significant psychological blow, and there he does it with a fantastic shot, it must be said.
Definitely going to affect the mentality of Davies as well, to be in the lead and have a 2-point lead and then end up behind this late on in the game.
Again,
Davies just
disappointing
having
at
a
that.
word, yeah.
But
Haycock's, to his credit, staying very calm in this fixture.
Yeah, and you feel like that's because he's relaxed about his game. I'm not saying Davis isn't, but that might just be his game. But Haycock looks relaxed on the squash court at the moment. And
Yeah,
that's why he's
definitely.
in the lead.
Haycock has that calmness about his game,
Yeah.
whereas Davies has that ferocity. It's a great thing to watch, really. Both players,
It is.
very different ways of going about the game, but just as effective in their execution.
And it's making for some great rallies like this one.
Yeah.
Again,
Haycock's not happy there. But it is a let. Oh, no, it's not.
No,
it's a
no,
point
no,
to
he said
Davies.
no
Haycock's
let,
not
yeah.
happy.
yeah, disappointing for him.
Yeah.
He felt that Davis blocked him off there.
But Davies makes a mistake. Haycock's with a playful little header of the ball there as he takes the lead again. Late on in the game again. 9-8. 2 more points. And he will take a lead in the match. Oh, brilliant shot. Davies equal to it. Great little rally here. Both players really going for it later in the game.
Yeah, this is what we've been waiting for. It feels like both have taken the shackles off in this rally, and it's
Haycock's not happy again. It's that shot trying to go low, hits the line, and it's 9-all.
You have to say it's getting to the stage now where he's losing more points playing that shot.
Yeah. Philly still has faith in that shot.
9-all.
Getting to the point where maybe
just
he
called
shouldn't.
9-all or 9-8?
9-all.
Sorry.
Even Stevens later on in the game.
Like we said earlier, it's very hard to hear the umpire with the crowd and the power of the shots. The sharp backhand is Haycock's friend at the moment. Oh, that played there.
Yeah.
You feel like Davis, whichever side he puts Haycock's on at the moment, he's able to return because of his backhand.
Davies can't quite pull off what he's trying to do, which gives Haycock's game point. Davies just striking out there. I think he doesn't like our new gym.
No, I think...
He's not being very nice to it, is he?
No. But then again, you know...
Calling it names, hitting it. Obviously frustrated there. Gets himself back into the game and then throws it away and gives Haycock's a chance to win it. But Haycock's again trying to go low and again making the same mistake.
Yeah. Both players, to be fair, are trying to go low because both are so good on the rallies, on their stock shots, that they're having to go outside the box and play something a little bit more skillful. You know, that's a stock shot there from Haycock's, very powerful, and Davis has just returned it like it's nothing.
Oh, great play from Haycock's, great use of the court.
That's what I mean about something skillful there.
Davies trying to barter with the referee there. Haycock's making a face, along with the rest of the crowd. Davies really losing his temper with the officials now. He started very well, you know, obviously coming into this game after we had Sarah Jane giving it back.
Yeah, but it's the heat of the squash court, the fact it's Birmingham Lions versus Warwick. You know, that's what's causing the frustration, and he does feel hard done by. He feels like Haycock stood on his foot. Feels like he should have got a let. And that's a very powerful shot there.
Yeah, Davies just trying to smash it.
A little bit of frustration coming out in his shot there. Both are very equal to these stock shots that they're playing. Someone's going to have to try something a bit skillful here. And he has.
Haycock's.
And he's won the game.
And it's that shot, but it's worked for him. So that's, I mean, when we say about maybe he should stop trying it because it's not really working for him, it worked for him at the most important time.
Yeah, it did.
And that's why they try it so often.
It did, but it's like I say, you know, what's happening here is differently to or conversely to the previous game we saw where, you know, players were winning points with their stock shots. Because these two are such an even match, and they are more than happy to keep rallying, and someone's got to try something a little bit different.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's why you get either unforced errors or brilliant shots, and that's what you want to see in squash.
But yeah, a great win for Haycock. Obviously coming back from a game down, he's now 2-1 up. Going into this game, he can win the match. Very
pleasing for Birmingham, really, because obviously after the disappointment of Lucy earlier, Jamie Haycock's winning this match would be huge. And for himself personally, to continue his form, to get 2 wins out of 2 at the start of the season. Yeah, no, for sure. We should also point out, we still have confirmation on the second game between Janden van der Hagen. Yes.
But Joel Makin is now 2 games up in his game. First one being a bit tight there. He won it 12-10.
Yeah.
But he's just won the second game 11-3.
So that
showing his class.
Looks like Joel Macon will be taking that game home for Birmingham, which makes this Jamie Haycock's match even more important. The fact that it's so close, the fact it's 2-1. There's 2 games left. If Birmingham win that, then as far as we know, they'll be 2-1 up in the match.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're still waiting for confirmation on the Van der.
The Van der Hagen game.
That's it. Yeah. How could his name slip my mind? It did. Yeah.
It's your favourite player to commentate about.
Van der Herrewegen. We haven't got
Van der Herrewegen.
Van der Herrewegen match yet. So, as far as we know, it's still 1-0 to Warwick. But as it stands, if the games go the way that they are positioned at the moment, Birmingham would take a 2-1 lead, which would be a good turnaround for them.
And we're off. Haycock serves, Davies returns. Back to blow play.
You feel like there might be a little bit more spice in this game now.
Yeah, obviously the blow-to-blow analogy about boxing being a bit literal here with the two. Both very physical, both impeding each other at different times in both games.
And Davis felt very hard done by to lose that game. But it was the second to last point. He didn't feel like he should have lost that.
Yeah.
Again, we see Haycock's trying something, trying the perfect shot, and it hasn't come off.
One, yeah. Again, can't quite manage it. So 2-0 down. Lots of time left though. Obviously, he's got a game in hand. He's 2-1 up, but you've got to feel that maybe he'll want to win this one, get it over and done with.
Yeah, there will be that. You know, once you're 2-1 up, you just want to win that 4th game and get the victory for your team. Because if it goes to the 5th game, it's then a lottery, really. Real petulance there from Davis.
He really wants this game.
Yeah.
He's not happy with how he's been treated by the officials. I think the treatment has been fair, in all honesty.
I mean, I haven't seen anything wrong, really. I mean, obviously, when you're in the court, it's different. You feel like, especially if you're losing, you must feel like everything's going against you.
Obviously, we've got a good overview of the game. We can see everything that he can't see.
It's 3-love to Davis at the start of the game. Like you say, he's come out all guns blazing for this match. Like, I said, there'll be extra spice, and there is, especially from Davis.
Yeah, Haycock's keeping his composure very well, to be fair. It's the same thing again, though, with that low shot. Obviously, it's won in the game now, but 3 points lost going low in this game alone. This is the first time we've seen Haycock's really not be happy with an official's decision.
You know, but he went up. Yeah. He went about that the right way, though. Just stepped out, asked the officials a question, accepted the response.
Yeah. Great play there. Obviously, it would be very easy for Haycock to lie down here. He's
finally got a foothold in the game.
4 points behind, but you get the feeling that that's not going to affect him. He doesn't look phased at all by the scoreline. He's still just playing his game.
A little lob shot attempt there. Davis read that perfectly.
Yeah. Again, unforced errors. I believe four of Davis'
four of the
points have come
from
unforced errors.
No. And it's just that sense of, like you said, he wants to win this game, get out of the way. Maybe he's trying too hard to play the perfect shot.
Yeah.
You know, just play stuff.
But then,
and then
when
he
you play a
just,
shot like that.
Yeah. I mean, when they come off, they are fantastic, but he might feel it's a little bit too risky to continue.
Yeah, obviously still 4 points behind. Davies making an error there. Maybe giving Haycock's a way back into
Not
this
happy
one.
with himself. 6-3, yeah.
Just the coming together there, nothing more. Play the player let.
I mean, I know people are different, but Davis is absolutely caked in sweat.
Yeah.
And Haycock's looks like he looks like he's been for a walk.
He looks like he hasn't done anything. It reminds me of Steven Gerrard, actually. I remember whenever Steven Gerrard used to do a post-match interview, the man doesn't sweat. It was always frustrating.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. I was thinking the same thing earlier, but Davies showing his class in this game. It looks like it's going to be a walkover.
Looking like he wants
8-3 the scoreline.
Desperate to take this to the final game is Davis.
Yeah.
But that's a great shot there
It's a
from
great shot.
Haycock's.
Just use his position in the court, plays it to the back corner.
Yeah, and that's the
Fantastic
advantage
stuff.
of staying central when your opponent's wide.
Obviously, the players are still going for point in this. He's 4 points behind, but it's the 4 points that he lost right at the start of the game.
Yeah.
And you get the feeling that maybe that lack of concentration right at the start is going to cost him.
Similar to his lack of concentration in the first game when he let the 4 point.
Unlucky for Haycock's there as well. He played a great shot to the corner, but Davies
He just wants it more in this game, I feel.
I feel like Haycock's maybe has given up on this one.
Yeah.
Happy to move on to the next game.
Yeah. And it's going to go to a final game, and that's going to be tense.
Very tense. And that's game.
That is the game.
Haycock's.
Davis very happy to. I mean, he doesn't look it, but I can imagine he'll be thrilled to have taken that to the final
Yeah, he
game.
definitely needed that game mathematically and mentally. You know, he needed to prove that he is equal to Haycock's. They are both very talented players. And they're both showing it, you know, going game for game, point for point.
Yeah, it's what you said. No, at the start of that game, Haycock's coming out, not just concentrating as hard as Davis was.
Yeah. Haycock's just didn't seem to want it. After he lost a few points at the start of the game, he never really got past that, did he?
No.
Just tough to watch. I feel like after he had the discussion with the officials, he let his head drop down.
Yeah.
Lots of unforced errors, which we haven't seen from his game. You know, in the previous games, he's had a few errors down low, but that game,
especially with the 2 games he won, he played some fantastic squash, and it's disappointing to see that 4th game just sort of like give it for him to give up the ghost almost after a poor start. Which is fair enough. He might be saving his energy for the final game. You know, he could have given his all and still lost that game. So.
Yeah.
And Davis out first for this final game, which I feel will be crucial, absolutely crucial in this match between Birmingham and Warwick. This final game will decide. This final set will decide the game between Haycock and Davis.
Yeah, very important. Birmingham need a win here. Warwick already have one on the board, so maybe it's less important to them.
As far as we know it, obviously, this would be the 2nd game on the board for Warwick. So, Davis to serve. feel like both players are going to go all guns blazing in this one. We've got...
Yeah. Davies really showed his power in the last game.
Putting a let there, adding to the tension. Haycock's down the left-hand side of the court. Davis with a similar shot. Switch of court. Now battling down the right-hand side.
Yeah, Haycock's just fighting his way past Davies, not giving the umpires a chance to call a let or give the point against him.
Still down the right-hand side here. Who's going to switch? Who's going to try and switch? There we go. So there's one from Davis.
Brilliant rally here.
Yeah.
Great start to the final game. Both players clearly really want this. Very important to both of them.
Both sticking to their stock shots at the moment. Is anyone going to try something special? Try and get that first point? And again, we've gone for a let.
Very tense. Very physical. I mean, you don't expect a non-contact sport to be physical, but
no,
that's the nature of squash.
I think Davis won the point there.
Davies wins the point, yeah.
Didn't quite see how that happens.
I do believe, though, yeah, that round of applause, I believe Joel Macon has just won his match against Doug Kempsel.
Which is very, very good. So that's one each.
Yeah, it's 1-1 as far as we know. Still waiting confirmation from that second game.
2-love here to Davis in the
Davies leading
final
here, yeah.
game. Haycock's, after winning last week, he'll really, really want to win this. Oh, and he's
Davies missed the ball there. I'm not sure what happened.
missed.
Just for everyone listening at home, that was Davies saying, "I missed the ball."
It looks like he's been taking squash tips off me with that sort of thing. Definitely something you wouldn't expect to see in such a high-profile match.
Yeah, just a complete
There we
loss of
go.
concentration. I think when it is so tense, there's so much on the line. Obviously,
Yeah.
we're not sure. As far as we know, it's 1-1, so this would give
No, it's 2-1.
2-1.
3-1
Okay.
now. 3-1 to Davis there.
I meant overall in the matches.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
So obviously Warwick taking one
sorry,
match,
yeah.
Birmingham taking another. It's 1-1, very tight. But Davis in the lead here in the final game. Obviously, if he wins this, Warwick, as far as we know, will go ahead. We have just had confirmation, though, in my ear that Birmingham are, in fact, overall 2-1 up. Jan van den Herrewegen, I believe is how you pronounce his name, won his match.
3 sets to 1 it was.
There we go. So fantastic for him.
So it's 2-1 to Birmingham overall then.
So obviously,
so this is even more important. Well,
yeah, if Haycock's win, he wins the match. Obviously, a bit less pressure, but you don't want to let it come down to the final match if you can help it. Point to Birmingham there. Davies asking why.
It's 4-2 there.
4-2. Haycock's happy just to get on with it.
Oh, lovely switch. Oh, it's a lovely switch from
Davies
Haycock.
just telling himself to calm down.
And Haycock's caught Davis unaware there because Davis had switched it and Haycock's immediately switched it back and Davis wasn't expecting that.
Yeah. I believe that's 4-4 now.
Sorry, we just
I
had a...
did have my view obscured by some crowd. It's very busy here today.
Yeah. And everyone's cramming to watch this final game now.
Oh, Haycock's just can't quite reach that one there.
No. A good shot there from Davis.
5-3, I do apologise. 5-3 in Davis's favour.
5-3.
Still holds a 2-point lead.
Haycock's desperate to win this point. You don't want to be conceding a 3-point advantage at this stage of a squash match. He's at the back of the court now. Davis just falling over.
Another unforced error. Haycock's had Davis on the ropes there running around the court, but he just couldn't quite capitalise on that pressure, could he?
Despite that, Davis is still talking to himself, still a little bit frustrated with his own performance. Maybe he feels that Haycock's is there for the taking.
Well, Haycock has definitely let Davies off the hook there. And again, that's a good shot from Davies. Haycock wasn't quite equal to it, but now that's a 4-point advantage. Haycock seems to be throwing this final game. Obviously disappointing considering how well he has played this week and last.
Yeah, we've seen him play some great squash today. It'd be a shame if he because he'd feel like I believe that was a let.
Davies definitely came out after losing his second game.
Oh, good shot there from Haycock. So
there's a ferocity to Davies' game that Haycock doesn't have.
7-4 now. Yeah,
Haycock serving.
I think the thing is, if Haycock loses, he'll feel like he let an opportunity go. 2-1 up. Davies was frustrated with the umpires, and he allowed Davies to use that to his advantage in the fourth set. And now you have to say he's on the ropes a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. Still a few points down. He really needs to get a nice string together. And that's the best way of doing it, playing shots like that we know he can play. He needs to cut the errors out of his game. And needs to force Davies to make some of his own.
Yeah, playing those shots, it's either it either comes off and you win the point, or you make an error.
Yeah, 5-7 now.
And right now, it's the time where he's got to perfect those shots.
Still 5-7.
So
Haycock still with the serve.
Let. Battling down the right-hand side of the court now. Trading blow for blow. Switch to the left-hand side there by Davies. And to the right-hand side again. Little soft shot by both players there, and Haycock has just hit the line again.
It's the same shot that's making him lose points. 3-point deficit here still. If he's going to make a move for the win, he needs to make that move now.
Has he got another gear?
Has
he got another gear for Birmingham here?
The biggest difference between these two players is that Davies has cut out the unforced errors and Haycock hasn't. Davies just playing his game at his pace.
It's almost like Haycock's being so relaxed has worked against him here, because Davies has really used his aggression towards the umpires in the game.
I think also Haycock is just trying to force it a little bit down low, and you must feel that Davies knows that eventually Haycock is going to go for that low shot.
Oh, and
obviously Davies goes for one of his own.
You feel like he didn't have to play that shot there. If he keeps playing his stop shots, surely that, surely Haycock's is going to win. Sorry, Davies will win.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, Haycock's, again, like I was trying to say, just appears to be forcing it a little bit, especially down low, and that's where he's losing a lot of points. But if Haycock can maybe just play his game his way, force Davies a little bit more like he did in the second and third games.
Davies has the opportunity to dictate the court here, but you feel like maybe now it might work against him wanting it so much, because he'll want to win the points so badly.
That's a let. Haycock's still with the serve.
Unhappy about that. He felt that Davies wouldn't have got the ball anyway.
Obviously tough when you think you should have a decision go your way when you're up, when you're down even.
Yeah.
Trying to get back into a game. I couldn't personally see my view was obstructed, but I think Haycock has got away with a few of those himself. So
yeah, you have to feel that overall, perhaps he was owed one of those, and that's good for Haycock. Another unforced error by Davies. He's forcing it too much here.
It's good. I mean, he's now Davies is definitely forcing it a bit more than Haycock's. I do believe. That's a let played. Haycock's with the serve again. Only 1 point between the two men now. Haycock's with a fantastic comeback here, regardless of what happens with the rest of the game. You know, coming back from 3-4 points down.
It's gone very tense in here.
Yeah, very quiet. All focus on this match. Ashley ends the point.
2 points to win.
Very tense here.
And that was, again, maybe just a little bit too much from Davis.
Very tight, very tense. All eyes on this match.
The crowd are loving it here.
Point to Birmingham there. It's even Stevens, I believe. That's 9-all. Very, very tense here. Haycock's with a fantastic fight back in the final game.
We're now looking for 2 clear points at this stage.
Match ball here. Haycock's needs this point.
This is the ultimate test of Haycock's composure. Great rally here.
Both men switching it well.
Sums up the match, really. Both players looking to switch the court.
If I feel this nervous, imagine how those men feel.
Yeah. Some great shots being played here. And he's won.
Brilliant
Davis
shot.
has won with a fantastic shot.
A fantastic shot.
A really good game that between Jamie Haycock and Ashley Davis. And Ashley Davis has come out with victory.
Obviously a heartbreaking defeat for Haycock's there, being a game up, and then Davies coming back to win it. But I mean, the home crowd, you can hear them then
and
applauding what
this
was a
means
fantastic performance.
to the final game.
Really, really tense here.
Yeah, final game.
Final.
Which is, I believe, between.
We have a final game between
Ryan Cuskley, number 16 in the world, and Perez, who's just recently won the Barcelona Open. So, I mean, we're looking at another. I mean, Perez is number 64 in the world, so.
On paper, Ryan expected to win this one,
but you know, we've seen today, Warwick have come here and not. They've been feisty. They've wanted to win more than.
Ladies and gentlemen,
more than.
As the numbers are about to go on, I'd like to remind you all that loads of people are playing, can't really see. So if you can, just shuffle over a bit more so we can get as many people to watch on.
I guess that does sum up just how busy it is here.
Yeah.
In the squash courts, the bleachers are completely full. Just asking people to shuffle up along, try and make some space. Obviously, we're a bit crushed in here ourselves.
We feel very privileged though, because we've got a very good view of court number 2.
I do hope that the camera isn't distracted by the crowd at the moment. Not that it matters. There's nothing going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously
let's talk about that game, because obviously Haycock's had the advantage at 2-1. Goes into the 4th game. What happened?
I don't know if it was something about. I think it was more Davies coming out than it was Haycock's. We're being shuffled along here, but we're unfortunately wired in, so it's a bit difficult for us to make any more space. We're all full up now anyway. It's nice and cozy here now. I think that the problem was Haycock's obviously playing very well in all the first 3 games. He just seemed to lose all composure in that 4th one. Obviously threw it quite cheaply. Yeah,
when he came out, especially because Davis had lost the 3rd game and felt hard done by, the fire in the belly was there from Davis, and you know, you saw 4 unforced errors from Davis, from Haycock's.
I think that was a big factor in that entire match. Was Haycock's was definitely giving away more points than Davis was. In the games that he won, he was winning more points. Obviously, you know, forcing errors, but he did make a lot of unforced errors trying to win points. He was trying to force his game, trying to end it quick.
Yeah.
And I think he just lost his head a bit at the end there. But obviously, he did well to come back so much in that final game, down by 4 points, and came back to make it a 2-point game.
Yeah.
But,
But to be, I feel like the damage was done in the fourth game, really.
Yeah. That really was. Davies felt that he, when you beat a player that convincingly in a game, it does give you a mental advantage. And Haycock's, to his credit, tried his best in the last game, but it was too much of a mental barrier to get past. I mean, squash, like so many other games, is a game that you play between the ears. It's very mental. There's a lot of skill involved, a lot of physicality as well. But
like I say, I mean, you forget. Obviously, our viewers are just watching. But you forget how being in a tiny little court, how much pressure can build up inside that court. The heat that the ball creates, and the court and the heat that's within the court adds to the drama of the game. Because players then feel a bit more flustered, feel a bit more pressure. They know there's a big crowd here as well.
Especially when all eyes are on you in that final game. The game on court 1 had ended. All eyes were on the central court. It's immense pressure. I mean, we saw Davies at the end there with a huge cheer celebration. Obviously, huge to come back from a game down after being a game up. There's a lot of emotions there. But also it is because there is so much pressure on you when you're standing in that glass box. It's tough. But both players dealt with it well. Just Davies dealt with it a little bit better.
Yeah, there's a number of factors here that is going to make this fifth game interesting, to say the least. Obviously, we know Ryan Cuscully, the Australian, he's number 16 in the world, and Perez is number 64.
It's going to be a good game of squash. That's what that means.
But what you've got to think here is UOB didn't do as well as they'd have liked last year. As we've mentioned already, coming in last position in Division A. They lost last week to Bristol. They're now in front of a home crowd in their brand new squash centre. There's pressure. There's pressure on Cuscully here.
Definitely. It's also not that Birmingham haven't played well. Obviously, 2 of Birmingham's men winning games. Haycock is coming very close, but you've got to feel that maybe it's not fair to rely on Cuscully, even though he is probably their best player. To let it all come down to this, it's a huge amount of pressure, even for a very talented player
But that's what you have a talisman in your team for. It's like any sport, they are expected to deliver on these occasions when the pressure is high.
Your big man has to step up when you need the most, when you need to win things. The one thing that Harry Kane is actually missing from his game, that talismanic kind of clutch.
I believe some of our squash viewers won't be interested in football.
I will stop with the football analogies at some point.
If you are interested in football,
don't do it.
There's a great show on Burn FM at 8 p.m. on Thursdays.
All views given out by Felix are his own and not that of Guild TV or the Guild of Students at University of Birmingham. No, looking forward to this game. Obviously, both players coming out in the warm-up, playing some fantastic shots. Obviously, you feel that maybe Warwick, if they don't win this one, will look to that injury they had, late pulling out. Yeah, because it would have been obviously against the world number 5, who's just won the US Open, and now obviously Perez. Perez. It says on here Perez, but it's actually spelled differently on the back of his shirt. Perez. Perez.
Yes.
We'll call him Ika.
Ika has just come off. He's not come off the back, but he has won the Barcelona Open.
Yeah, talented player.
You know,
And I think he'll come out looking to show that. I don't think this is going to be a walkover for Cascali in any way, shape or form.
yeah, and just watching him warm up, he's got a lot of power. He doesn't look like he would have a lot of power, but he does.
I think it's also very easy to obviously Perez, a good player. We thought that you know, Haycock's or Haycock's and Davies, very evenly matched. We thought Haycock's was going to come out and win that one. We think that Cascali is going to come out and win this one. Obviously, nothing is ever a sure thing in sport.
No.
And that's what makes it so exciting.
No, and this
So
has been a really good matchup between Birmingham and Warwick today.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure to watch.
And it's, like I said before, Birmingham v Warwick, it's always feisty. Like, whatever sport it is. And today's been no different, and it's made for better squash.
Yeah,
Players have been really desperate to win their matches. We saw that with Davis. We saw that with Sarah Jane Parry. So
both players hitting the ball hard, taking the face off the ball with ease.
you feel like there must be some mind games going on here at the moment.
We're in for a good one.
Yeah.
Serve decided now. I'm not sure what the decision was.
I believe that was Cuskally, but
Whatever the case, the warm-up is done. They're heading back into the changing rooms. And we'll be underway very shortly. All eyes on centre court as Cascali takes on Ika.
and the fans, the crowd is crammed in to see centre court at the moment. You have to feel sorry for the people that some people haven't got that great a view.
Yeah, they're even crammed in on the stairs.
Yeah.
It's fantastic to see.
Just to say, if someone does get in the way of our camera,
We do apologise.
we do apologise for that, but hopefully everyone will stay seated during the game. And we are about to start, I believe.
Yes, we are. Cascali straight out, practicing those shots, getting in the game.
And that's different to the other games we've seen before, because the Warwick players have always been the first out. Not this game.
I'm going to say it's Perez.
Perez.
But you got to say it with the Spanish twang. Perez.
I'll stick with Ika.
Underway here. Birmingham to serve. We're in for a good game.
And they're just having a little feel for each other's game.
For sure.
Got
Again, we've got a left-hand, right-hand matchup here.
left-hand, right-hand combination here.
Could make for a physical game again. That is yet to be seen.
You have to say the already it's noticeable the agility of both these two.
Yeah. Neither working that hard. Reaching it with ease, but
That's the first point there to
first point there to Cascali.
to Birmingham.
One love, Cascali.
Just a little bit of play down the left-hand side of the court at the moment. Switcher play from Perez.
Good shot there from Cascali. Point to Birmingham. 2 love the score.
Good start for Birmingham here.
Yeah, dream start for Cascali. Obviously still early doors though. We've seen bigger leads cut already today.
Cuskally just hammering it into the wall at the moment. That's
Yeah,
his
really.
Perez.
Both really using their power early on.
You could hear the power of that shot there from Ika.
Resonating through the hall.
Still trying to feel each other's game.
Oh, unlucky there from Koscielny.
Just a little bit low there. And Ika has a foothold in the game. It's 2-1. Immediate switch of play there from Koscielny.
Player let here. Still 1-2.
Ika is switching the play fairly regularly. He's done it again there. Just trying to keep Koscielny on his toes.
Yeah, trying to push Koscielny to those back corners. Koscielny now just dictating play.
It's been a fantastic rally so far.
Yeah, there's a real jostling for central position here. Great shot from Koscielny there.
Fires it back towards the back of the court.
Perez equal to it.
Stock shots at the moment. A little bit of a change up there from Koscielny.
This rally has been going on for what seems like forever. Both players so equal.
It's the longest rally we've seen today so far.
You wouldn't think there were almost 50 places between them in the rankings, would you?
No, but you have to remember Ika he's on good form. And that shows it there.
Great play.
Stayed with Koscielny throughout the whole rally and won the point in the end with a great shot towards the back of the court.
Not only does that bring them level, but definitely a mental advantage to win such a long rally like that.
Yeah.
You got to think that Koscielny wants to answer back very quickly. Point to Warwick there. Bit of unfair jostling from Koscielny in the back, it was deemed. Not sure how much there was in that, but point to Warwick. Perez takes the lead.
And he's continued the Warwick tradition of a little bit of feistiness towards the officials.
4-2 now to Perez, taking a lead of his own.
And after that great start by Birmingham, we've seen 4 points in a row to Warwick. Some great power shots there by both players. And the fact that the rally's still going is testament to how good these two are.
There's a real ferocity in both of their games. You know, last game we had the calming presence of Haycock's there. Obviously Davies a much more ferocious player, but both of these two powerful hitters of the ball, and they're happy to show it. Oh, brilliant shot there from Koscielny.
And it's just a little change up of pace there.
But that shot there is exactly what Haycock's couldn't pull off in the last match.
Yeah, and I mean he pulled it off occasionally, but that's the first time we've seen Koscielny try something like that, and he's pulled it off first time.
Yeah. 3-4. Warwick still lead.
Another powerful shot from Perez. He really generates a lot of power from that forearm.
Where's Birmingham as Perez steps across Koscielny there as he tries to take the shot on. That levels things up at 4
So
all.
Yeah. Again, the power generated. It was a little loopy shot there from Koscielny. It's back to the flat power hitting.
The force and speed these two players are both getting behind the ball there.
And
Let played.
we've just seen a little bit of a A little bit of a nudge there from Koskeli.
Koskeli is clearly the bigger man. Didn't take very kindly to being blocked there.
Yeah.
But they'll play the let. Maybe Koskeli just showing her that he is the bigger, stronger man.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was just an honest mistake.
We'll go with an honest mistake.
I think that's fair. Innocent until proven guilty.
It's not for us to conspire.
Brilliant smash shot there.
A little bit flatter from Perez that time. And again, he's definitely trying to play a that's point there to Warwick again. It must be annoying to lose points to obstruction, you know, because
obviously it's the fairest way of the game being played. Otherwise, players could just step in front of each other whenever they feel like they're going to lose a point.
Yeah. I mean, it's necessary, but I'm saying it must be frustrating.
I'm sure Koskeli just wants to get into a natural rhythm.
Yeah.
He's being stopped.
These flat, powerful shots from Perez means it's not simple for him to do that. All eyes on this court as the rally continues. Down the right-hand side, switch of play from Koskeli. And that's come off for him there.
Not sure what happened there.
I think Perez just misjudged that.
Didn't judge the bounce quite that well. That's 5-all.
Honours even so far.
Very even Stevens.
Yeah.
Both players just playing some fantastic shots and dictating play, both of them at different times.
I mean, it's not just the fact it's even Stevens, it's the fact that the rallies are so significantly longer than what we've seen before today.
I get the feeling that maybe stamina is going to be a big factor in this game. As they're so evenly matched, it could come down to who can last longer. Maybe that was a factor in the Davis Haycock game. You know, maybe Davis just had a little bit of extra steam in him.
Could have been.
Great thing about being a commentator, we can, I guess, theorise, but we'll never know the real answer to a lot of these questions.
Yeah.
That's a brilliant return there from Perez. Obviously, Koskeli dictating play at the front of the court at the moment.
But Perez equal to it. Oh, but not equal to that, because that was a fantastic shot there by
that's just
Koskeli.
unplayable on all
shot.
fronts.
That's the shot that Haycock was looking for.
Yeah,
consistently.
Just Koskeli showing why he is so highly rated all over the world.
Again, we're seeing a long rally. Switches of play.
Koskeli just trying to wrong foot Perez there.
Hasn't
brilliant
worked
shot.
there.
Great shot.
And he's just pulled off what Koskeli did.
Playing a let though. Still 6-5. Koskeli's still in the lead.
Perez must be disappointed with that, because
It was a brilliant shot, but he has technically impeded Koskeli. Whether or not Koskeli could have reached that ball, that's down to the officials to decide.
both got such quick hands, equal to everything that the other is throwing at them at the moment.
They've both really come out of the blocks, all guns blazing here. There's no waiting around or feeling each other out anymore. Oh, what a class shot that is, coming across the ball.
And the fact that Perez was able to
what a
return
shot. Caskelli really going through them now.
Incredible rally at the
Fantastic
moment.
return. I'm sure you're all enjoying this at home.
Yeah,
Caskelli feels that
bound to
maybe
be a let there, but that was a fantastic rally, and it's a well-deserved round of applause there from the crowd, because what we saw there was some what we thought were unplayable shots being returned with ease
by both players. Yeah. Caskelli, I'm sure, will feel hard done by not to have won that rally, but I don't think he'll let it affect his mentality.
Fortune favours the brave there.
Truer words never spoken. A lucky shot for Caskelli, but it gives him a 2-point lead.
He's taken a foothold in this game now.
It's not the first time that either player's had a 2-point lead, though. Things can change so quickly in this game.
Absolutely. But you feel when the players are so evenly matched that just a little bit of daylight.
Yeah, these little leads are so important, even if it is just for affecting mentality. Oh, what a shot by Caskelli. That's phenomenal.
Using the sidewall there to absolute perfection.
I don't think people at home might not realise how difficult it is to pull off a shot like that. The amount of power and accuracy. Now a 3-point lead. 8-5 Caskelli.
Oh, it's just a little bit low there from Perez.
4-point lead. Caskelli taking.
You have to feel that Caskelli needs to take advantage of this
Really?
position.
Yeah, really showing his class now. And it's not like Perez has played badly, it's just some real class here from Caskelli.
Little shout, come on Ika there.
Game ball hit, 10-5. Caskelli can take the first game. That is the first game. I think it's worth commenting on the fact that at one point Perez led 4-2.
Yeah.
So Caskelli's last 9 points there are worth Perez's 1. Really showing his class there. Obviously a tight game, but that's going to affect mentality.
And the thing is that although both are very, very good players, you can tell that what we're seeing in that first game is that Caskelli is able to pull off the harder shots just a little bit better. On that last point there, you saw Perez try and play the same shot off the sidewall, and it didn't quite have the same effect as when Caskelli played it earlier in the game, in the sense that it wasn't a winning shot. So whether that's Perez isn't pulling it off as well, or Caskelli is more equal to those kind of shots, maybe that's where we're seeing the difference between the 16th place in the world and the 64th place in the world. Yeah,
no, definitely.
But obviously,
Caskelli really
we'd be
really
fools to say Perez is out of this.
Oh, 100%. We've already seen, games flipped on their heads.
Yeah.
Leads cut short. Anything can happen. But definitely a good, positive mental boost for Caskelli to come out with a win in such a fantastic fashion.
And the crowd are getting a great I mean, they'll be glad they've stayed for this.
There's a real
That's
buzz in
all
the
I'm
room,
saying.
isn't there? A real buzz.
There's tension. There's no doubt about that. But I think whoever you support here, whoever the crowd supports here, they're enjoying the quality squash that they're seeing in this final game.
Nervous excitement is the best way of describing it, I think.
Yeah.
From both sides of supporters, just everyone enjoying such a fantastic match, but definitely some nerves in there too.
And Cuscully's out first, and
As
this is something we haven't seen yet today. He's been out first twice now.
Just phenomenal shots, and he plays them with such ease. He makes the hard stuff look easy. It's
They both do. I mean, we mustn't underestimate Perez. His flat shots, the amount of power he generates from them is ridiculous. You would not think it from him, would you?
definitely not. But that's the call from the umpire. It's Lovell.
Cuscully to serve.
underway.
Perez immediately returning to the other side of the court. So tricky to play that shot down the side of the wall.
It really is. That ball is so close to that wall. The slightest error, miss it completely, which we've already seen twice today.
Yeah.
Oh, he's unlucky. Obviously, again, trying that off-the-wall shot that we've seen Cuscully play so well. And not
Frustrated
quite
that it
pulling
didn't come off there. The second game is interesting. They now know each other's game a little bit.
You feel like maybe the fact that Cuscully has won the first game is going to force Perez to force it a little bit more.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
we've already
like that.
seen. Like that, exactly.
And the reading of that shot there was incredible. To know that that's where it was going to be. Another powerful shot from Cuscully, and
Beautiful stuff from Cuscully.
and it was the taking the power off there that fooled Perez.
3-love here.
Great start.
Dream start, not just in this game, but winning the last one. He'll want this.
Yeah,
He'll want this in straight sets.
he'll want to do this for his teammates, but also for himself.
Just Cuscully's ability to pick that ball out of the sky and play it so flat after it.
Yeah, but Perez is equal to it most of the time. It's just when he decides to take the pace off and play that.
Oh, it's the first time that shot hasn't come off for him.
I was about to say play that shot, but it didn't work that time, and Perez has a foothold in this.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think that will affect Cuscully that much. Obviously, that's his shot. But it's working for him more times than not at the moment, so no need to panic just yet.
Oh, and he's
Cuscully missing the ball there. playing a let. Caskelli a bit unsure there. Caskelli with this 2-point advantage.
And again, we're seeing one of these fantastic long rallies. Both players equal to everything that the other is throwing at them at the moment. Oh, lovely.
That's his shot, and it's coming off for him again. But this time,
Perez read it.
yeah. The intensity that they're managing to keep up in this game is incredible.
The reactions of both players.
Both just happy to keep it in that corner there.
Oh,
A great comeback there by Perez.
unbelievable.
Ball still in play. Still
That's
in play.
Incredible. Simply unbelievable.
And still
that.
going. Audibly tired now. Hear the grunts of his exertion.
It'd be a shame.
Unlucky there, but fantastic play from Perez.
You know, he is contributing to this game. He may not have the same quality as Caskelli, but he is contributing fantastically.
Just incredible stuff. Heartbreaking, I'm sure, to dive around the court like that, to exert so much energy and not come away with the point. But a massive mental boost for Caskelli, now leading 4-1.
But maybe that will give him some confidence in his rallies.
I'm sure he looks downhearted, but maybe just winded from the dive.
Yeah.
Caskelli with a few words of encouragement to get back to the game. Or resume now.
Caskelli's all about winning, isn't he?
Yeah, big time.
Shouts of encouragement towards Ika. Perez. But you feel like the psychological blow of losing that rally.
Yeah, I mean, definitely a psychological blow, but I think also after he lost the point, he walked to the front of the court, just held his side. You know, it's not soft. It's not like a mattress when you dive on it.
No, true.
It's a hardwood floor. But he wins a point there fantastically well. He's still feeling himself up. Well, maybe not using that expression. Still feeling his side.
Get some wild.
Looks like he has got a slight graze on his elbow as well, and it does hurt to get those burns.
He'll get some well-deserved encouragement from winning that point.
Yeah, I'm sure. Oh, fantastic shot.
How has he pulled that off?
But
It's gone off 3 walls.
Neither player happy to give up.
Unlucky.
Perez making an incredible comeback here.
Yeah.
Winning 2 points in a row after losing that rally. Now 3-5, only 2 points behind Caskelli.
Yeah. But Caskelli's shot there off 3 walls really needs to be noted because that's...
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no,
brilliant.
Fantastic play.
And it's...
and that's what the
shot,
class
man.
players do
Mm.
when the pressure's on. They stay in the kitchen.
I think silence in these rallies is the best way to sum up the tension in this room at the moment. It is palpable.
That's unplayable.
And again, He has just played an unplayable shot
Just
when he needs it.
now a 4-point lead to Cascale.
Perez looks like he's really feeling that long rally.
Yeah, he's not moving as well as he was before. Not reaching shots they probably would have before. When you're playing shots like that, you don't really need to move as much.
Curse of the commentators worked in his favour there.
Cascale really making the most of that lob shot. He's used it a few times now, just giving himself time to get back into the centre of the court.
Yeah. Just trying to play that soft shot.
Yeah, the same error that we saw Haycock's succumb to in the final 2 games of his match. Still got a 3-point lead here.
Yeah, I
Definitely
mean,
not panicking just yet.
yeah, but the question is, does he need to play that shot?
Yeah, that's true.
He may feel it's the only way to get points against Perez, but maybe allow him to make the errors.
It's that shot again off the wall. And again,
Perez
Perez,
is taking another dive.
he's not frightened of it. A let there as Perez inadvertently obstructs Cascale. Just testing the court, see it's
You
still
feel
got
like
its
you
grip.
feel like he would go through a brick wall to hit that ball against the wall.
The passion he's showing is phenomenal.
Cascale's just said it's the worst shot in the world. Little bit unnecessary there.
Not sure if the worst shot in the world is fair, but it's quite a good shot.
If it wins the point, it's a good shot. A little thump against the glass wall there.
Yeah, sometimes it's impossible to avoid.
Incredible. I believe that's 7-6 now.
Yeah, winning the crowd over here, Perez.
Yeah.
Playing phenomenally, especially after that fall he took earlier on. Looked like it was going to affect him for a few points there, but
And he's made
almost back on level terms now.
quite a comeback in this game. Can he draw level? I feel like he's regained his confidence after the little drop in it earlier on in this game. Another fantastic long rally here.
Just some shots that defy description.
Be there.
Cascale not happy with the decision. Cascale really not happy, but Get the feeling that maybe he's getting inside his own head here. Kaskeli just needs to get his head down, play his game.
He's unhappy about the sweat on the walls.
Yeah, he said it
affecting
was
the way that the ball's playing.
causing the ball to skid. I'm not sure how much truth there is in that. It might be just something he's trying to convince.
You feel like it'd be...
The two men are having a conversation. Maybe he's asking if Perez if he's
Perez,
serious.
if anything, that show of frustration is helping Perez.
This has been a fantastic comeback. All even Stevens now at 7-0. What a shot that is, though.
Yeah.
Skid on the wall didn't seem to affect that one.
No.
No.
I mean, I wonder if he'll step out and ask about the sweat on the walls after that shot.
Hey, look. I'm going to allow him to make excuses because he is so good at the game.
Yeah.
But, still even here. A rare mistake there from Kaskeli with his shot off the wall. But still isn't falling behind here.
8-all.
Yeah, hasn't been behind in this game since the beginning.
Tension's ramped up a little bit more.
Yeah, I think the crowd are sort of realising how good Ika is. He's, despite the gap.
You feel like the first game got away from him a bit, but he's stuck in this one. And now it's anyone's game.
Read that really well.
Yeah,
Just sprinted back to know where it was going to be.
Yeah, and you feel like...
Phenomenal from Kaskeli, though. Just knowing exactly what to do. No predicting that.
The cutest shot that we've seen all day. And a really good rally yet again. I mean, this is what the crowd came to see.
I think the thing to definitely comment on is whatever Ika lacks in ability in comparison to Kaskeli, he makes up for in effort. No one that we've seen today has moved around the court like he has. So agile, so quick, and like you say,
so athletic.
Willing to jump through walls to get that ball. Obviously, there probably would have needed to reach his own shot.
Yeah.
As it bounces out.
Ball out the court. And that's a point to Kaskeli, which is very unfortunate.
And it brings up game point as well. So 10-8 now. Kaskeli can put himself 2 in the lead if he wins this point here. Oh my goodness. Just incredible returns. The shots themselves are phenomenal. That.
Yeah. And that's well deserved for Perez. Stay in this game.
At that point, he's staying in this. A great shot off the back wall there.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of shots where he's played it off 3 walls, which is just so hard to do.
Because I mean, you'd think it'd be easy, but the way the ball behaves, the way it bounces, it's not an easy task, and he achieves it without looking like he's even trying.
Especially in the context of this game, to pull it off. Perez's reach is exceptional.
Yeah, he gets the balls that he has no right to get to. Oh, that's another lovely shot.
Again, another example.
Return.
Both players must be in the mode that I will return whatever you do.
Yeah.
Oh,
unlucky there.
And that's game 2.
That is the game.
Yes.
Just heartbreaking to lose it in that fashion after working so hard.
2-0. 2-0.
Obviously still possible for Kaskeli to win this one, but no easy task.
You mean...
I mean for Perez. No easy task for Perez. Kaskeli showing just how good of a player he is and just how good he is under pressure.
But these rallies have been exceptional.
Oh, a joy to watch.
I mean, it's been a step up from what we've seen before in the previous games. It's not to say that the previous games weren't high quality, but this is definitely the showcase game.
I would
today.
say if you're interested in squash and you haven't been to watch this played live, it's definitely worth it because the atmosphere is fantastic.
Yep.
There's food and drink available. It's just good fun.
You can come down. You can have a pint.
Yeah.
I believe.
Have a good time. Not that we endorse that. Whatever you want to do with your spare time.
No. I mean, obviously, you can have a coffee. You can have sandwiches, whatever you want, and it's nice. It's a good environment.
It's inexpensive and it's good live sport. I think is it's the best way of describing it.
And there's I mean, today we've seen feistiness that you wouldn't have expected to see in a non-contact sport.
Yeah, no, it is phenomenal. Just such passion. I mean, summed up mainly by Perez, just so good in terms of his energy and his desire to reach that ball.
Yeah, and his passion is really endearing.
For sure.
Like, he's definitely one. I mean, obviously, there's a large number of people here from Warwick, but there are some neutrals, and he's won them over, I think.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you got to be impartial when you commentate, and it's difficult to be impartial when you're, watching your university play sport. But it's been a little bit easier today watching Perez. Really is winning over the heart of the crowd, I think. Despite some of the, I mean, Kaskelly's class is evident and on show, and he makes it look easy. But
yeah.
I think there's something much more endearing about someone making it look hard than making it look easy, if that makes any sense at all.
20 years ago.
Back out on court now, warming up for what could be the final game. Obviously there still could be 3 more games in this match. Kaskelly will look to get it done now, but a bit less pressure on him as he has time.
This game's going to be tense.
Very tense.
It's a potential winning game.
A lot of pressure on both players, obviously. If Perez can't win it, that's game over. If Kaskelly can win it, he'll win it for the university.
And that'll give University of Birmingham their first win of the season.
The lights have gone down here. I'm not sure what's going on.
And that's added to the tension, if anything.
There's a man running towards the
a little
light
bit
box
longer
here.
for the players to wait.
And lights are back out. Technical difficulties sorted here. This is the kind of thing that does happen.
And the crowd are loving it.
In live sport. You never can be sure.
That's what you pay all the money for.
Yeah, that is. You pay. I just have to put some money in the meter. No, it does happen in live sport. You never can be sure. Remember once a match at the Stadium of Light where the floodlights went off, ironically.
Yes.
But these things do happen.
Kaskelly served.
I feel like Perez will feel that maybe he was obstructed there. No let.
Ooh.
Point Kaskelly.
He won't be happy about that.
Bit harsh there, I feel.
Yeah.
Difficult to get round Kaskelly from that position, but maybe that's the price Iga has to pay for having such a good reach and reaching so many balls that he has no right to.
Yeah.
We're just as confused as the players are here, ladies and gentlemen. 2-love. Kaskelly wins the point. Not sure.
I think Ryan just gave the point to Ika.
He has. Great show of sportsmanship there. Maybe Ika's even winning over his opponent.
Yeah. I mean, both points. If he'd have lost both points there, you'd have felt a little bit harsh.
Yeah. Oh, another dive from Ika.
Dive again. And it's so annoying for him to lose the point after the dive, because
Obviously, it does
a lot of
put
pain
you at
in
a
it.
disadvantage
Yeah.
when you dive that much, because all Kaskeli has to do is put it to the back, and like I said, it is coming down to stamina, and Kaskeli has done so much less running than Perez has.
Still, the sweatband, he obviously feels it's necessary. We're at 2-1 here in the third game of the final.
Oh, a phenomenal cross-court shot off the wall there.
That's 4-1 in the finals. 4-1 in the third set of the final game here between Birmingham and Warwick.
Just 3-1 is the score.
Apologise, 3-1.
It is all a bit too exciting here in the commentary section.
Perez
2-3 here. Perez is still playing some very, very, very good shots.
Yeah, he's not letting the fact that he's 2-0 down perturb him at the moment.
That's phenomenal.
And that is a great shot. And it's 3-all.
That's what you have to do in these situations if you want to be the best.
Just keep going.
Never give up. Not really sure what's going on there. Both players looking at each other with a puzzled expression. It is nice in sport to see such a friendly relationship between opponents.
Yeah.
A great response there. Definitely not intentional.
Bit of a tumble there.
Perez very quick to help Kaskeli up. Definitely wasn't intended.
I'm not quite sure what happened there.
I believe Kaskeli will still earn the point.
It's up to the officials here to decide.
I'm sure we will have a decision at some point. 4-3. Kaskeli earns the point. Definitely no intention there from Perez, but it has resulted in Kaskeli's racket being broken. So we'll have a slight delay as he goes to fix that. Yeah, Perez just reaching for a ball that he couldn't reach and losing his balance, really, wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, that man will reach for anything.
Exactly.
In terms of the squash ball. And in that case, he somewhat rugby tackled his opponent.
I mean, that's the perfect example of how to tackle in most sports, to be fair.
Yeah. I mean,
if you're looking for a tutorial, look no further, but obviously not in the non-contact sport squash.
In squash.
4-3 Kaskeli with a new racket, now serving. See, the difference when I play squash is that when I break my racket, we all go home.
Yes. he just goes into the back and gets a new one. And,
Good shot there from Ika Perez to make it 4-all. A much tighter game than we've seen so far.
Oh, that's a great shot there from Perez.
Showing some real staying power here. And he leads in this game for the first time, I think, since the very first game he leads.
And I don't think he's used the shot off 2 walls enough. And that might be why, because he's just played it again and it's not come off for him that time.
Five all here at the University of Birmingham Sport and Fitness Centre.
It's currently 2-2 in games between Birmingham and Warwick. Kaskeli leads this game 2-0. And it's 5-all in this, the third game.
Oh, unlucky there. He has tried that shot a few times. That's the third time it hasn't come off for him now. Which, when you think this is the third game, isn't too bad.
No. And the amount of times it has come off is significantly more.
But Ika Perez leads again. 6-5 the scoreline. Casilla needs this game to win.
Bit of a loopy shot there. He knows what he's doing.
Oh, brilliant shot from Caskelli.
Yeah.
That is how you respond to pressure.
It is, yeah. Too much for Perez.
6-all now as Casselli serves. This is definitely the closest game we've seen so far, obviously.
Yeah, trading point for point.
Yeah, previous games. Seven, 6 Caskelli now taking a lead for the first time in a few rallies.
Oh,
unlucky there. Just slightly.
Just trying it off the 2 walls again.
Thought he had more time than he did. He had to play it late off the wall, and unlucky for him, it didn't quite come off. 3 more points for Caskelli to take. Not only the match, not only
his game, but the match
game, but
for
the match overall. Yeah.
For UOB. A much needed match for UOB.
After their first loss on the first day of the season.
Phenomenal power hitting here by both players.
Yeah, blow for blow. Incredible stuff.
Oh.
Unlucky from Perez. Again,
it's just not quite come off for him, that shot.
It's been the difference between the 2 players. Caskelli making it come off for him more times than not. Perez just not quite managing it. Well, player let on 9-6. Was a good shot from Perez. Caskelli maybe using the obstruction rule to his advantage, but it remains 9-6. Caskelli 2 points within 2 points of a huge victory.
It'd be great to see another rally like the ones we've seen previously in this match. Oh.
Let point there again, so still 9-6. Caskelli's still serving.
Both players desperate for this point. Couple of great shots there.
Caskelli playing some shots that he has no right to get to. Oh, great play from Caskelli.
Yeah, he's moved Perez around the court there.
It's match point here. This is phenomenal stuff. Caskelli serving for the game.
Perez not giving up without a fight.
No, not at all. Left here for Caskelli. Gets another chance. 10-6. Still match point.
Even the crowd are getting a little bit touchy with the umpires there.
Brilliant
Great
shot.
Like I said, he's not giving up without a fight, and you know that sums him up really.
Caskelli's still on match point. He's got a few of them still left, but Perez has won 4 points in a row before against Caskelli. Desperation from Perez. Oh, that's phenomenal from Caskelli. That's fantastic to win.
University of Birmingham. A great win for Caskelli. A great win for UOB.
Just a fantastic way to end that game, end the match between those two players, and then this overall competition. It's been phenomenal to watch. I hope you've enjoyed it at home. Birmingham come out 3-2 winners.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed my time. Felix, you had a nice time.
It's been a fantastic contest between University of Birmingham and Kenilworth Warwick today. We've seen obviously Warwick come out here, all guns blazing, going for the win. They did themselves proud in their first game in Premier League squash, but Birmingham were just a little bit better, and it's proven in a 3-2 victory.
Yeah, obviously a shame that we only brought to you both of Birmingham's losses and one of their wins.
Yes.
But I hope you enjoyed that one win. It was a good win.
Yeah.
I think all that's really left to say is, we enjoyed it today. A great win for Birmingham. Heartbreak for Warwick to lose 3-2 in their first game in the league, but definitely good things shown from them.
Yeah, and credit to the Birmingham players who won their matches. We've got to give credit to Van der Erevegan. We've got to give credit to, obviously, Ryan Caskelli, and we also have to give credit.
Just credit to the whole team.
Yeah. I suppose those who lose, even they contributed to this fantastic performance today from Birmingham.
Great to watch everyone. I've been Ben Henley-Washford.
And I've been Felix Parkin.
It's been wonderful watching the squash for you tonight, and I hope you enjoyed. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.